Good morning and welcome to Trick or Treat. I am your host, Mike Mayona, and I am so glad you joined us today. Hey, we have a great show for you. We have Michel Huot from Canada. He's a fantastic corporate magician, and he's our guest today. We're going to be interviewing him in a little while. But of course, we start our show every week with some curious things. Let's see. How about this? That's right. We're going to take a look at some brain candy. That's the invention of Geoff Williams and Scott Franz. Every week we show a little clip from their DVD called Brain Candy, which basically is a bunch of short magic sketches that they do. They challenge themselves to do the trick without any video effects, and to do it in one continuous take. So let's see what they have for us this week. Ooh, what a swell piece of magic. That was Scott Franz and Geoff Williams, Brain Candy. Hey, special treat for you today. If you stick around to the end of the show, you can win one of these. Will tell you how to win this. This is the original Celebrity Presage, and you can win a copy. It's very easy, and stick around to the end of the show. We'll tell you how. Hey, while I'm on the topic of books, I want to show you an interesting book. This is a new book called Wandcraft by my friend Judge Gary Brown. And it's all about how to make magic wands and how to use magic wands. And it's got some terrific tricks in it as well. Of course, the best part of the book is the cover photo because yours truly did it. Isn't that a great picture? Yeah. By the way, all of the wands in this picture were built by Gary. So it's a great book. If you're interested in getting the book, you can get it at theoryandartofmagic.com. You can order your copy. So go check it out. Go check it out. Okay, time for a little comedy sketch from our friends. A little comedy from Monty and Walker.
You are all set. California, here you come. Safe travels.
I have one question. Sure. How often does a plane crash?
Once.
And you can see more Monty and Walker comedy right here next week. We have a clip every week, or you can go to their website, montywalkerproductions.com, and check out some of their other funny sketches. I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Now, time for our favorite dead mentalist, Alexander.
Greetings, friends. It is I, Alexander, the man who knows, here to take you on another trip to the world of extrasensory perception. What I have for you today are some ESP testing cards. Some of the cards are face up, while others of the cards are face down. What I want you to do is pick any symbol on any face up card. Now you're going to move up or down to the first face down card. Next, you're going to move left or right to the nearest face up card. This time, you're going to move diagonally to the nearest face down card. Finally, you're going to move up or down to the nearest face up card. I want you to think of the card that you landed on. I see that you are thinking of a star. Thank you and have a nice day.
Were you thinking of a star? Oh, I was. Hey, Alexander is brought to life every week for you right here on Trick or Treat by our friend Joe Silkie. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. Hey, I like this little segment we do every week because it relates in some way to our guest. Our guest today is from Canada, from Quebec, Michel Huot, and I know you're going to like him, but let's take a look at
Fact or fake news, fact or fake news, fact or fake news.
Yep, time for fact or fake news. And here is your fact or fake news statement. Due to COVID-19, the International Federation of Magic Societies, known as FISM, postponed their first ever North American World Champions contest, planned to take place in Quebec, Canada, from 2021 to 2022. Is that fact or fake news? If you think you know, type it in the comments and you may win this super medal. Yeah, super medal. True, false, fact or fake news? If you think you know, tell us. Okay, time for a little bit of a little trick from yours truly. Hi, help me with a little magic trick. I'm going to ripple through cards just like this and stop. Well, let's say there. Now I'm going to ask you to remember that card. Can you do that for me? Great. I'm going to mix the cards up. And I'm going to try and find your card. Well, actually, I'm not going to find your card. Your card is going to find me. You see, they talk to me, the cards. They do. They're going to claim some of them. Well, they're not always honest. Oh, here's one. He thinks he's your card. Or at least he claims he is. Let's see. Oh, and here's another guy. He's claiming to be your card. And that one claims to be your card. Any others? Oh, we have 3 now. All 3 can't be your card. One of them is your card. The other 2 must be lying. So who is the liar? Let's see. Who's going to stand up? And who is going to fall down? Well, it's not that guy. He's not standing up. It's not that guy. He's not standing up. Must be this card. The 3 of clubs. Is that your card? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Well, there you go. The 3 of clubs. That was your card. I know it because he was standing up. He was standing up. That's your card. He had to be. Okay, it's time for that segment of the show where I cruise the internet for something that I think you might find interesting. Today, the topic is this. Yes, we're going to look at some really dumb products today. Products that not sure what they were thinking when they created these. How about this one? This is a combination toaster and radio. A marriage meant to be, don't you think? Got a problem with someone stealing your beer? Well, then you need this beer alarm. Fix it to your beer, and then an alarm will go off if someone picks it up and they're not you. Clever, right? Clever. I'm going to use that. How about this? People have trouble cutting just the right proportion of pizza. So instead of having a knife, you can get this totally useless piece of something to cut your pizza with a scissor. Now, you like golf? Just can't get enough golf? How about a little putting green right on the toilet? A hemorrhoid-producing feature, if ever there was one. Yeah, we need. Now, I always say that you should, if you're gonna do things, you should multitask. So as you walk around your living room, why not vacuum with these vacuum shoes? Clever, right? Clever vacuum shoes. Sometimes, you need both hands when you're talking on the phone. So this clever device will hold any phone right to your ear, whether it's a cell phone or, as shown in the picture on the right, or your home phone. I don't know who uses a home phone anymore, but if you wanted, you could attach this right to your ear just like that. Isn't that clever? That's a great gift. How about this? Sometimes it's so hard to see the screen on your cell phone when you're in bright light. So this clever invention, you can buy one of these. Yeah, this is a hat with an extremely long bill on the top, which will shade your phone, so you can look at your screen and have no problem seeing the screen. And it's also pretty private. And if you're concerned about privacy, you might be concerned about people overhearing your conversation. So you can get one of these devices and cover your mouth with it, and it will. You can talk to your friend or your family, and you can say whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about the guy next to you or in the other seat hearing what you're talking about. That's clever. That's privacy. That's private. And in this environment, you cannot be too concerned about privacy. How about this product? Look at that. Now, you don't want people looking at your laptop. So this is the product for you. You can cover your laptop and only you can see what's on the screen. And it has an added feature that it can keep you warm, or at least it can keep your head and your hands warm. Hey, have a problem with flatulence? Well, this pair of underwear comes complete with a fart filter, so that you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You can You cannot worry about embarrassing smells that might emanate from your body. Unfortunately, it does not silence them. It just filters the aroma. And if you don't want to buy the pants complete, you can buy just the filter and attach it into any pair of pants. Clever? Yeah, look here. Here's how it looks when it's put together. Yeah, that's a product that is just essential. That's an essential product. How about this? This is a really fine product. Not sure what they were thinking about with it. Anybody? I bet you don't have a clue what that is, aside from the fact that it plugs into your USB. It really doesn't do anything important. It's, as I said, these are dumb products. It does this. That's it. Yeah, no home should be without one of those. And this, I always think, hey, you lose your remote. How frustrating is that? You want to put the movie on pause or something when you're watching it. So this clever device is, well, I have to tell you, it's not the most original device ever, because you take a look at this. Hey, have I got the product for you? It's the brand new remote coat. My invention. Look at that. Now, from the comfort of your easy chair, you can control all of your devices. You'll have all your remotes handy. Want to turn on the television? There you go. Want to search for your favorite recording on your DVR? Easy. In fact, with the remote coat and your remote, you can even turn off the video camera. So there you go. There's some dumb products that you might be interested in. You see one that you like? Yeah. Well, just search for them on the internet. You can find them. Hey, we're back. Okay. Well, let's explain what's going on here. The program I'm using, it's called Ecamm. And Ecamm, it turns out, is this particular version it supposedly brings the interviewee in easier than using Skype, which was the standard method. So it's still in beta. Probably not a good idea to do your show in beta, but I am. Well, we live on the edge. What can I say? So we are ready to bring in our interviewee. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to let a little video introduce him. Hello, Michel.
Hey, Mike. How's it going, my friend?
It's going great. We have a little issues today. No doubt you've noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, just live streaming. What can I tell you? We'll just have to do a little editing later on, and we'll take that out.
No problem.
So people who are watching on YouTube can see it without the freezing frames and without the lost video there. But hey, it's so great to see you. How are you doing? Are you doing well?
Life is good. I mean,
Life is good.
Life is good. It's getting cold here.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're used to it. That's Canada, right?
Right.
So, but life is good. I mean, I cannot complain.
Tell me, are all the leaves changed up in Canada at this point? Or
The leaves?
Yeah, are they still on the trees or?
Half of them are, but they turn to yellow, brown, red. It's beautiful. You should come in Canada. Well, I mean, it's always nice. A nice country. Beautiful looking.
What month do they turn? They turn in September?
They start in September and they will end probably around Halloween.
Okay. Terrific.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you're joining us today. I'm thrilled. Michel, I met at the 4F convention some years ago. And actually, the first picture I want to share with everybody is a picture of you at 4F. Let's see if we can bring that up.
The beta.
Ah, yeah, beta.
I can
Here we
mime.
go.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Oh
Here we
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
and
love going to 4F.
it's a great convention. Hey, let me ask me, Michelle, do me a little favor. Can you aim your camera up just a little bit and over? See if
Here
you
we
can.
go. I'm do.
And
Let me.
let's see if you can bring it to the left a little bit so we center you up a drop. Oh, that's great.
Here you go. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
Here
good.
we go.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good.
So I've been going to 4F for 22 years straight. The first year I missed is this year, of course, because of COVID. Right.
Right.
It's such an incredible convention. Everybody's there. It's an amazing convention. I'm an early bird. I usually go up at 10 o'clock, but over there I go to sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning, and it's all about the brotherhood. It's all about friendship, and it's there's a song that I like from a group that I like, which is called Marillion, and it says, "Happiness is not at the end of the road. Happiness is the road." I mean, it's not only the shows. It's everything in between. It's such an incredible convention.
It is.
And that's where we met.
That's right. That's where we met. And we sit in the back row. I'm taking pictures, and and you are with your friends from Canada, and we have a great time. We do have a great time.
Yeah. I usually try to bother you some way. And that's from that picture is from a lecture I did over there, and this trick right there is called the chewing gum. The trick is nice, but I think the title is even better, chewing gum, because it uses a gum and a shoe, so chewing gum.
Yeah, it's a great trick, and you did a lecture here on Long Island for us, and you showed how to do that trick, and it's a great trick. It really is a fine trick. We enjoy it. Now, tell us what's going on here. This is I never saw you do big stage work, but apparently you do.
Yes. Well, I've been in the corporate field for 25 years, and this is our closing segment. Usually, this is an act which is called El Tango Del Mago, which means the tango of the magician, and it's a beautiful piece done to a beautiful piece of music, and it's a metamorphosis version, and it's a 5 minute long, and just because of that, I mean, some clients ask me to perform only that for 5 minutes, and I need to travel sometimes 5 or 6 hours only for that 5 minute. But I mean, that's corporate field. You'll go where the money is, right? So this is 2010, and I've been going in Algeria from 2009 till now, and it's because I'm part of Magiciens Sans Frontières, which is French for Magicians Without Borders, and this was so amazing because, I mean, I'm from Canada, right? And in Algeria, there's not a lot of people who are looking like Canadian or Americans and so on. So, because it's not a tourist country at all. So whenever you go on the street and start performing, people gather. But in Algeria, you cannot have a crowd, or else the police comes and like stops everything. So I actually wanted a coffee right there, and people ask me, Canada. I said, yes, I'm from Canada, and they speak French over there, or Arab, of course. So right there's the coffee shop right behind me. So they said, what are you doing here? And I said, we're doing a tour for magic, and can you show me a trick? And this is probably 30 seconds after I started. So it gathers, there's a lot of people, and it's so amazing to perform over there.
I assume that you stopped making a crowd soon enough so that you didn't get arrested.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that we are always accompanied there by the army. So I mean, so we're in good hands.
Good. And is this in Algeria?
That is in Algeria, I think in 2012 or 13. This is actually in the Sahara Desert. There was a small town over there. We were supposed to do a exterior show, and it rained. We're in the middle of the desert. It's raining. It's pouring, and there's that much of water everywhere. So, and there were supposed to be a lot of people. So we started doing a show inside, and we said we're going to do 2 or 3 shows. And at the end of the first show, someone come to us and said, "You have to come outside. There's a lot of people." What do you mean? It was raining like an hour and 15 minutes ago, and there was between 8 and 10,000 people outside, and we were the finale of the show. And this is the picture you just showed. It's the finale of the entire show. So it's still again El Tango del Mago, and you can see there's so many people, and you cannot see. They go into the side, and it's a huge outdoor auditorium. It's amazing. It's a bit like a Coliseum. It's amazing. So many good memories and so many friendships developed over there.
Was it raining when you were on stage at that moment? No. Okay.
No, but that's the beauty of the Sahara Desert. It can be pouring like a lot of rain in like an hour or two, and then the sun, and it's like suddenly 40 degrees outside Celsius.
Now, this looks like you're doing close-up magic, but you've put a projector and a screen up.
That's actually a lecture in France.
Okay.
In Paris, actually. I'm lucky enough to do about 2 or 3 lecture tours every year. Well, not for the past 6 months. Actually, I was in France while the confinement started. So that was in Paris. I'm doing the trick Dirty Pool. The first trick I put out in 2001, I think, which is called Dirty Pool. So that is a close-up stage in Paris.
Did you have trouble getting back home?
No, actually, I was there with my wife and my youngest one, and it was really nerve-wracking because all the hotels started closing down. We wanted to come back early, of course, because I remember Trump. Of course, I'm Canadian, but Trump said that he was thinking about closing the borders. So I said, if Trump is doing so, I'm guessing Trudeau will do the same. So we started trying to come back, and it was crazy because it was like $3,000 a ticket to come back. And finally we did a lot of shopping online, and we managed to book a $50 ticket. Well, the penalty was $50 a ticket, so that was nice.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
No.
So it was nice to come back home. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't really want to be away when those kind of emergencies come up.
It's like when you're sick, you want to be home.
Yeah.
We were not sick. We were lucky enough. Everything was good. And in France, it was terrible. It was terrible, the number of deaths there. And now I know it's worse in the States right now. But Quebec is not doing so good either. So we wanted to get home as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. How is it in Quebec at the moment with the pandemic? Are you guys very, very careful? Are you doing a lot of? I mean, obviously, I assume you go out with masks on, and there are certain like theaters are closed and things like that. I know you exercise a lot. Are the gyms open or are they closed? What are they?
The gyms are open for now. Well, they've been closed. Of course, everything closed down till June, late June or something. And now they're reclosing again because our numbers are up.
Going up.
In Quebec, we're down to, right now we're 1,000 cases per day. But death toll is not that huge right now. 6, 7, 8. Well, I mean, 1 is too much, right?
Of course.
Yeah, but I hope the gyms, and I hope hockey. My son plays hockey; he's a goaltender, so I hope it won't stop. I hope the school won't close down. But now restaurant have been closed for the past week. It's a very hard times for these people right now. I know it's hard time for artists as well. But yeah.
Your son goes to the public school?
Yep, public school. He's in 2nd grade. I've got 2 older kids, 24 and 25 years old.
So. And where are you here?
Corporate event. This is a corporate event. I do so much corporate events. If we're talking magic shows, it's 95% of my business. And this is something I do. This is a gala I emceed actually. And I'm writing a book right now, and I'm talking about emceeing for galas and so on. So
are you really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm finishing a book on corporate magic. Not only what to do corporate in corporate field, but how do you sell yourself in corporate? Most magicians, most artists do not know how to sell themselves. So I talk about that, and you won't sell yourself the same way to, let's say, an accountant or a guy that owns a huge company, right? So I'm talking about that. But the picture you showed is me at the end of a gala. I'm doing a torn and restored newspaper. I always end when I end with the torn and restored newspaper. I end with a message of the company on the newspaper, and all the winners from the gala are behind me. And right after that, they will all take a how you call a fan.
Fan. Yeah.
Yeah, for the snowstorm. So
Yeah.
they will all be under the fan with a snowstorm, and we will end like with 30 people doing sort of a snowstorm.
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah, all the winners. So it's amazing. Very good finish on in a beautiful theater in Montreal.
Yeah. Probably everybody but the custodian likes that trick. You know who talks a lot about emceeing, and he's got some great advice. Gene Anderson. Yeah, Gene Anderson.
I talk about Gene Anderson in my book because he gave me a really, really good advice once. I was emceeing in, was it in New York? No, I think it was in Philadelphia. And he said, you should never, we have the tendency to, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mike Mayone. And he said, never, never, never shout a name when you're emceeing. He gave me that advice. No, we were emceeing at 4F, sorry. So I think 7 or 8 years ago. And he said, never, never shout the name of the one you present out loud. And so instead you go, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Mayone. So you should never shout the name. Okay. Good advice. I love Gene.
And I always love the way you pronounce my last name. You probably pronounce it better than I do.
How do you pronounce it?
Mayone is the right way to pronounce it, but I never do. I say Mayone. But in Italian, yeah, I know. Luca Volpe gave me a hard time about that too.
You must be the beta version of mayonnaise.
Hey, you know what you just did? You hit the name Gene Anderson before I got it out of my mouth. And it reminds me of when we spent some time together in Las Vegas. And I'm terrible with names. It was amazing that I remembered that name. But I would say one or two things to describe it, and you would like, boom, the name comes out.
That is funny. And
you just beat me with Gene Anderson's name. That's funny.
Okay.
Hey, I did not know this. You have a penguin lecture.
I do.
That's quite an accomplishment too. Not too many people can stake claim to a penguin lecture. So so if you're interested in seeing and learning some of Michel's magic, you just go to Penguin Magic and order his.
And it's commercial magic. People who know me enough know that I like commercial magic. I won't do stuff like that. Even you can perform my magic. So.
Now you're sounding like some of my friends. Tom Hasham, he says things like that all the time. It's amazing he's still my friend. Hey, you do memory workshops, which I did not know. I think you might have mentioned it to me one time, but I didn't know that you have some techniques that you share with people that help them remember things.
Yes, well, this is something I've been doing for a couple of years now, and it's I give it to entrepreneurs here and their employees. So now I do it on Zoom, of course, since the pandemic. But it's something I've been doing. I love it so much. So sometimes I can have only like 10, 3-4 nights ago, I did it for a company. There were only 10 or 11 people. But 1 or 2 weeks ago, 150 people on Zoom. So it's a 2 hour and 15 minutes on Zoom, and it's about 3 hours when I do it live. It's actually very easy. and you don't need to be a magician to follow that memory seminar. It's something I really love doing.
Where did you learn the techniques that you teach?
It's one memory palace. I talk about in my workshop. I talk about how the memory works. Then I do an exercise with it because I want to measure before I show you the technique and after I show you the technique, and then we do the exercise after I show you the memory palace. And I learned it. In many places. I read a lot of books, and at one time I said, "Why keep that to myself? I might as well like throw it in there and show it to people." And there's actually a few schools that started to follow it for their students. So it should be something that we learn in school, because in school they tell you that you have to learn this by heart and so on, but they do not give you a method to know things by heart. So like take that book and read it, and you need to remember all the formulas, but they never tell you how to improve your memory. It's a shame, because now with all the smartphones, I mean, the more the phones are smart, the less we are. So we put so many things in the phone, so many things that before it was our brain that was supposed to remember. I mean, now you don't even need to remember your souvenirs. Your Facebook tells you 1 year ago you did this. And so you don't even need to remember your souvenirs, and souvenir is something you remember. So yeah.
It is so true. I mean, I was when I was a student in school, I was like fantastic with math. You know, got hundreds on all of the annual tests that we would do. And now, if I don't have a calculator, I get lost. How many people can't even find their way home these days without GPS? It really. I think you're right. I think the cell phone has made us all. The smartphone has made us all stupider. I think that's true. Hey, when does it?
Yeah.
I was just wondering, do you have a workshop coming up? You have one scheduled?
Yes, in French though, so next Friday. But as soon as I have like 7 or 8 people, I can give a workshop. So I give it in English and in French.
You do. That's great. That's great to know. And I want to look at. Oh, now this is. These are some friends of yours. You are part of a trio.
Yes, and you know that trio, right?
I do.
The Montreal trio. This is Mark Trudel on top, Yannick Lacroix in the middle, and that's me on the bottom. So yeah, the Montreal trio, we do magic. You know most of our act. We do magic differently. That's all I can say. It's not your typical pick a card trick at all. So many different things. I don't want to say good things because that would be like bragging, but nah.
It is good thing. I want to share a little piece of the trio's magic.
Sure.
That now this you do at this particular piece, which is just trimmed down, is really for I would suppose magicians might appreciate this the most, because they're but a lay audience will as well. But I think magicians will find it especially interesting.
Yes, the next piece you'll show is yes, it was built for magicians only, but we did it for 1,100 people, lay audience, and it killed.
Oh yeah, wait till the people see the ending. They'll see. I think at the end that you got a standing ovation there.
Oh yeah.
I hope everyone. I hope everyone can see that what's going on here is the camera is overhead. Our magicians are on the ground.
Yes, and we can see on the right corner what we're doing actually. So we're lying on the floor. So
And of course,
it's really-
everybody wants to learn the Indian robe trick, probably the
Of
most
course.
famous of all tricks.
Of course, and this is only like 30 seconds, but it lasts 11 minutes.
That is the first time, the one and only time I saw that. I nearly wept myself laughing so hard. You guys did that at one of the conventions I attended, and it was
It's
just
4F actually.
Yep, yeah, it
It was
was.
at 4F.
It was.
And you know what Obi told us after that?
What did he
said
say?
that we had the longest standing ovation in 4F history.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be one bit surprised. It was absolutely it was a delight to see it. That was just a little for our audience. That was just a little shrunk down version. But as you can see, they've taken probably the most well known magic illusions, stage illusions, and put them to put their own little special twist on it. I think we have some more pictures of you and your
Yeah, go ahead.
colleagues. Let's see. Oh, now we can see the three of you there.
Yeah. So this is a lecture because we also do lectures together. So it's very funny. Lectures. It's so dynamic because I do one or two things. Then let's say Mark does something else, and then Yannick. But in between every time we change the person, we just ring a bell. And at one point, because we need people, I mean, even though you're looking at a very dynamic lecture, you need at one point to like take a pause from all that. So at one point we do like 10 minutes of a lightning round. So it's 1 minute punches that we do, and we ring the bell each time, and then it's really quickly we change the order, and so it's very dynamic.
People who want to know about magic lectures and having gone to them, they can be they can be pretty tedious, and I think that the challenge for everybody who's doing a magic lecture is to make them as entertaining as possible, because you can't possibly go home with all of the tricks someone may show in your head so that you could actually recreate the magic.
Of course not.
So if you're there for 90 minutes or 2 hours and you're watching a 2-hour lecture, you want to enjoy the experience as much as learning. So it's much more than that. And so your lecture with the bell it makes it that much more entertaining.
Well, a lecture is still a show. It doesn't mean you need to do a show for 2 hours, but I mean, it's not. It's useless to go into all those small details. If someone wants to know exactly how a trick is done, or how do you exactly place your third finger and so on, just buy the lecture notes, buy the video or something. But you are there you're doing a show.
It is.
People in the audience needs to stay awake.
I want to show this picture. This is and what did you call this? Because the very first time I saw this was at an IBM SAM convention, and you guys were contestants, I believe.
Yes, we were. Was it 2006? I think it was.
Maybe, yeah.
2006. Of course, we were competing. Not. Of course, we knew we were not going to win. The goal was to make the act known and us known a bit. This is called the Human Deck of Cards. It was a 10-minute act that was supposed to be a one-time thing. We did at 4F. I think it was 2004, but I might be wrong. And it got a huge standing ovation. So people started to hire us for different conventions. And it's a 10-minute act, but we started doing it. We took the 5 last minutes of the act and started to do it for lay audience, and it kills also. So there's a prediction in there. It's very funny. So people, we're actually mimicking all the card techniques and all different kind of decks. And then we at one point two girls started to mix the cards on us, and so many funny things happen.
Yeah, it's a very funny routine, and I enjoyed seeing it both times. Once at the 4F, and then at the big convention, the SAM convention.
Did you take the last picture?
You know what? I probably did take the last picture.
I think you did.
Yeah, I think I did. Let me go back. Oops, the wrong way. Yeah, it looks like my work. I think I did.
Well, not only that, not only I think it's your work, but from the angle, that's exactly where you're standing.
Yeah.
Because the two other photographers are near
the ground. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you have a number of two very, very well-known magic products. This one is Priceless, and why don't you describe what happens in Priceless?
Priceless, pretty straightforward, pretty. I mean, there's no pipe dreams there. I mean, you are wearing a jacket and you turn to someone and ask. I'm only telling you the short version, but you ask him, "Do you like my jacket? How much do you think you paid? I paid for it." And he says 375 and 23. You take off your jacket and you show the price tag that you can see on the picture. Bring back the picture. You show the tag that is either behind your back or inside your jacket, and the price that the guy announced is a price that is written on the sales tag. So that's pretty straightforward. That's exactly how it goes. There are some people who do a 7-8 minute version of that, where they throw some balloons in the crowd, and the 4 balloons, and each they will say a number between 1 and 10, and the fourth between 1 and 100, and so on. David Stone, a very good friend of mine, just did it on Penn and Teller Fool Us. People in France have been doing it, and France got talent and so on. So very commercial magic. And you know what? Do we have time so I can explain how I came up with it?
Sure. Now, I want to. I want you to do that, but I also want people to recognize that let's look at that picture again. You see that there's the piece that when you walk out the store, if you haven't taken off that gizmo, that's the anti-theft device on there, which a part of all of the magic that you do, or much of the magic that you do, has that comedy element in it. So tell us how you came up with this trick.
Where in 2004, I go see a client, and the purpose is to go sell a big show. And I just bought a new jacket. And I went to go see the client, beautiful lady, her name is Nancy. And so I walked into the office, I sat down, and she tells me, "That's a new jacket, right?" And I'm like feeling a bit embarrassed. So I said, "Yes, it is. How do you know?" And she said, "You forgot to take the tag off of the jacket." And I said, "Wow." And I thought right off the spot right now, I said, "No, that's actually a magic trick." And she said, "Wow, what is the trick about?" I said, "You name any price, and that's a price that ends up there." I said, "Wow, that's incredible. Can we do it?" No, of course we can't. So, and then I went down in the car once the meeting was over, and I jotted down, I should have brought this small pad. I did a drawing, and I said, priceless. Actually, at that time, I called it Dress to Kill. And I started playing with it. And then that's in 2004. I forgot about it. And I left my notepad in the car. 2008, I buy a new car. I take all the junk from my car, put it in a new car. 2012, I buy a new car. I take all the junk from my old car. I put it in the new car. And then my girlfriend tells me, no, you do cleanup. So I started going around things, and then I took the notepad, and the notepad, I just flipped through it, nothing interesting, and I threw it in the garbage. It hit the garbage can. It opened on the floor on the page of Dress to Kill. And I said, whoa, that is a very good trick. I then called my friend Richard Sanders. I asked him if he ever saw that before, and he said, I haven't. And we started working together on that. So that's, most people think it's Richard Sanders' idea. No, it was mine, and I chose to work with Richard, and Richard is a very good friend, so creative magician.
Yes, he is.
Him a lot.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with Priceless. Very funny team.
And here you are performing it at our Parlor of Mystery in Lindenhurst.
Yes.
I guess that was last year, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, last year.
You know what? Exactly. I think it's, no, not exactly, but almost a year ago.
Yeah. Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
And this is probably the product that sold the most at Magic Live. It was just
Last year.
incredible, last year. And I know it was a contest between you and I to see who would sell the most of our product. I was selling my book with Brett Barry of Sven Pads, and you were selling socks with Vanishing Ink. And so I'm happy for you, but sorry to say you sold more product than we did. I'm going to share with the audience a little bit of this trick so they get it.
And then come back to that picture. Okay,
I
go
will.
ahead.
2 socks, but they're not matching. It's not a perfect pair.
That's why I don't fold them.
Here you go. Same thing here. Still not matching. Marie-Ève, it's very easy. I'm going to show you cards like that. And whenever you feel like it, I want you to say stop.
Stop.
Here? Good. Perfect. Look, once again, no matching pairs. That would be amazing if you were to stop exactly at a matching pair. 15 cards or so, nothing. I want you to turn that card over. Oh, interesting. Purple with white stars. And I don't know what happened there. Oopsie, maybe we can start again. But you know what? You've been way better than you think. Because purple, yellow, purple.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, I know. And yellow. You took the only unmatching pair of socks in a normal set of matching socks.
So
Socks, yes.
socks, yeah. What a great product that is.
You know what? When you release a product, you just never know. It's a roll of a dice. You just never know how it will go and how. I mean, it can be flung. You just never know. And we were so. I don't want to say surprised, but I mean, I think we were sold out in 3 or 4 days. We were number one for I think 16 or 7 days straight. I think that the numbers are quite correct. You can see Caroline Raven right there from Stockholm. Caroline, very good magician over there. So on the picture behind me. So yeah, socks. I think we're in the 4th or 5th run of socks. It's still doing great. I mean, the premise itself was not. I did not come up with it. I think Kreskin, Paul Daniels, Ali Bongo came up with something similar on stage, and I've been doing a stage version for 17 or 18 years now, maybe even 20 years. And I love the reaction so much. I wanted to bring it to close up, and so I started using cards, and it got such a good reaction. And then I contacted, actually, you know what? I contacted Vanishing Ink first, and they said, very good trick, but nah, not for us. Then I contacted Murphy's, and they said, cute, but you won't sell a lot. and then I started working with Richard again and so on. And then we decided that we're not going to work. I mean, we're still good friends, but for various reasons, we decided not to work together. So I started releasing it on my own in lectures. And I made like 500 pairs of socks made in China and cards and so on. And then I said, I can't believe Vanishing Ink did not buy it. So I sent them a video of me performing it in French. And they said, why did we say no in the first place? I said, it beats me. I don't know. And we started working together. And I think they're happy and I'm happy. And Vanishing Ink, such nice people.
Yes.
Andy and Josh and George, amazing people, and they've done so many things for magicians. Very nice people.
Here's a picture that shows the reaction you get when you perform this trick.
With Danny Orleans right there.
Yeah, Danny Orleans. Yeah. So
yeah.
It was it was a big hit at Magic Live, that's for sure. And I guess we're ending with this picture, and this looks like your clan.
Yes, well, my wife is missing on this one, but I didn't have a recent picture. Actually, that I think that is 4 years ago. That picture,
Uh-huh.
you can see my daughter right there. I think she lost like 25 pounds from that moment. This is Sarah in the middle. My youngest one, Emile André, and my son also. He probably lost like 45, 50 pounds right now, Benjamin, and that's yeah. Those are my three kids and my wife Marilyn. You saw in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
With the El Tango Del Mago. So yeah, that's my clan. That's my real magic in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Is your
them
wife
all.
your assistant as well?
Yes, no, I don't like to say assistant because she plays such a huge role in the El Tango and other acts. And um, when a couple dances on stage, and all of our pieces we dance at one point, 100% of the audience always looks at the girl, always. So I mean, it's true. And
Of
you know
course.
what, our dance teacher once told us that if the man does not dance well, everybody will be looking at him. So when you dance okay, it's when everybody's looking at her. So girls and men are all looking at the girl. So I think I'm her assistant in those
On
acts.
those. Okay. So, Michelle, the name of our show is Trick or Treat, which of course means you have to. Well, I'd like you to do a trick or deliver a treat. What have you got for us today?
A trick, and how about a new trick?
A new trick.
It's a new trick that will come out with Card Shark with Christian Schenk. So with Card Shark Company, which is a beautiful company, Phoenix Cards. This is a
Yeah.
company. So, and people that are listening, if they don't know me, well, I'm a person that does not come up with difficult tricks and so on. It's commercial magic. I work for real people. So Mike, do you like to travel?
Of course, I love to travel.
Most people do, but did you know that in most people argue over where they will travel, if they will go backpacking or in a deluxe hotel, whatever, what are the dates? So it was a big argument here in our family between me and my wife. So here is what we did. We bought a deck of cards with different name of countries. Like there's 50 something country names in there. And we asked our 7-year-old kid to go in his room and to put the deck in his bag and to take a country, reverse it in the middle of the deck, put it back and put the cards back in the card case. And then he hides that in his room somewhere. And then when we are ready to organize our travel plans, we take the deck out and we try to see where we were going to where we will go on vacation. So and it's today that we will know. But you, Mike, is there some place in the world you would like to go, like to visit, you've never been?
Well, never been. Okay, I've been to Europe, some countries in Europe. I'd like to go to, I think Germany.
Germany. That's interesting. Here I got a pack of cards, and you can see that they're all like, sorry for my finger, I snapped it with a hammer. Argentina. So there's a lot of different countries over here. There's only one that is turned the other way around. That must be the one that my son turned. And Mike, I think we'll see each other in Germany.
Oh,
Yes, sirree.
that
So this
is
is called,
sweet.
yes, this is called Visa Versa.
These are
And it's going to be released, I think, in about a month.
in about a month, so they can get that from Phoenix Cards.
Yeah, Card Shark.
Card Shark.
Yeah, Card Shark. Yes, they will
Card
be able to buy directly on their website, which is cards-shark.de, I think.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's yeah.
Fantastic.
Vice Versa by Michel Huot.
And if people want to get in touch with you, they can get to you through your website. Let's see if I can get it up on the screen here.
Yes, it's in French.
There it is. It is in French.
Yes,
And
the Méchant Comparatif, but Facebook also. Search all my messages.
and they could get to you on Facebook as well.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yep, sir. Mike, thanks a lot for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being my guest. I am really thrilled that you joined me today, and I can't wait to see you for real, right up close at the next 4F convention, which I hope is going to be next April.
I might even give you a hug.
Okay, just keep your mask on. All right, so long now.
Fact or fake news, fact or fake news, fact or fake news.
Yep. Due to COVID-19, the International Federation of Magic Societies, FISMs, postponed their first ever North American World Championship contest planned to take place in Quebec, Canada from 2021 to 2022. And is that fact or fake news? Well,
first of all, it's a fact. Okay, nobody knows more about facts than I do, believe me, and that's a fact. It's a fact.
So there you heard it from our president. It's a fact. And they did postpone it to 2022. And so I'll be attending. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first time going to FISM convention. It's like the Olympics of magic. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Hey, at the beginning of the show, I said that we would give you an opportunity to win one of these fantastic book tests, Celebrity Prestige. This is the original version of Celebrity Prestige, and here's how you win. So there you go. Easy to win, easy to enter. I hope you enjoyed our show today. I come back next week at 11 a.m. on Monday, and you can see our next show. And we have a great treat for you next week. So do come.